Alright, ladies and gents, this is Lug Your Long Last Name, and I'm going to be taking you through the rise, killing some Elven mages in the mage room. So follow the path that I'm taking you through right now, go up these stairs, make a left. There's always a spawn somewhere on this stairwell, and sometimes there's one at this crossroad. So just run past them, heal yourself up like I'm doing right now. And then we're going to come to the top of these stairs. Once you get to the top of these, the top of these stairs, you need to stop. So that's going to bring us to skills that you're going to need to take care of these mages. None of these are required, but I would highly suggest you getting them. Your fire elemental is going to be key to moving around the groups of mobs. You're going to be using this as your crowd control, getting aggro and keeping them from attacking you. You're also going to need silent movement. This will keep mobs from aggroing on you first and aggroing onto your fire elemental. So take note that your fire elemental is immune to fire, so all of these mages that are throwing fireballs around are not going to be doing any damage to it. And if you're using silent movement and keeping it up, none of the mobs should aggro on you. You're also going to need dash and sprint because they help out exponentially if you do happen to get aggro. I would suggest having strength buff spells, as many as you can put up. If you don't have them, that's fine. You're just going to die more often. And please, do not be afraid to die a lot. What happens in this room is chaotic at times, and you will die. So, I've done up a little map here of the room that we're going to be at. As you can see, I have down here on the left listed all of the pathways and where they lead to. Right here is number 1 in the mage room. That's the entryway. Where I stopped the video was right here at the top of the stairs where you could see the mages. So this entire side of the room and this entire side of the room have mage spawns. We have 2 stairways that lead up to second levels. You're not going to have to go up here unless you want to run away and hide from getting attacked by fireballs, but I don't usually use any of these rooms. I use all of the rooms on the first level, which are these 3 down here and these 3 up here. These are all on the mage deck level. Everything else, this right here, is a second story bridge that goes across. Over here is a second story balcony. Alright. So, here we are at the entryway. This is where you want to cast your buffs, cast your buffs, cast your pet, and then go invisible. And what you want to do is go down into the golem room. So you would run out the door, make an immediate right, make another right. And back here, both of these doorways that I have listed as number 2 lead to the pathway that has a downstairs that goes down to the golem room. When I resume the video, we're going to be starting somewhere about right here. So you're going to run down the stairs, keep running all the way down, and it's going to bring you to a room that is underneath the mage room. And there are 2 golem spawns that are in here. What you need to do is attack one of the golems. If you get 2, that's fine, because the other one is going to leash back down here because you're not keeping aggro on it. So you're going to either keep attacking with a ranged spell, or I like to use a bow and arrow just because it's easier to keep the auto attack up. And you're going to run the golem all the way back up these stairs and outside of this room, and try to bring it to the middle of the room. You don't have to. You can bring it to this side of the room or this side of the room, but you do have to die in order for this to work. So once you die, you're going to run back out of the room, back to the entrance, and that's where the Ankh is going to be. And then you're going to run back into this room with your fire elemental out and with silent movement. So let's get back to the video, and I'll explain from there. So I'm buffing up, getting my sprint and my dash going, heading down the stairs to the golem room. I'm just going to run backwards and auto attack because I've done this quite a few times. I can do it backwards and forwards. Alright, now the mages are all casting on me, and you can see how quickly they can take you down. As I'm running out of the room, I'm going to look behind me to see if the golem got aggro, which he did. And I'm going to run back to the beginning of the instance. I'm going to go ahead and let the video run through it. That way everyone can see that it does take a little time to get back to the front of the room, but the golem will still be up there killing. So here we are at the Ankh. The Ankh is going to resurrect us. I'm going to go ahead and cast my buffs once again. Run past this mob. Heal up the damage that the mob caused me, because they do hit pretty hard. Stopping right before they can see me at the top of the stairs. Getting my fire elemental up. And then going into silent movement. Now, what I'm doing to keep my fire elemental in front of me is using the keypad and hitting the number 8 key. The number 8 key, because I am out of combat and nothing is aggroed on me, is going to make my pet appear right in front of me. I am targeting mobs so I can move my fire pet around and using the number 6 key on the keypad to make him attack. So I can change his target by hitting the G key and targeting, and you will see a little target on the mobs, and then hitting the number 6. Sometimes you have to hit it multiple times before it takes. Right now I'm trying to pull this mob out of the corner and he's being a pain in the butt. I'm going to keep recasting silent movement because I don't want anything to aggro on me, because once it does I have to line of sight it. Finally, I've got some movement on that guy in the corner, and then he moved back. So eventually I'm just going to say the hell with it and try to move some of the other mobs. Alright, now we got him moving, but he's moving to the wrong side of the room. Since I don't want my bodies that have been beat up to disappear, I'm going to start looting. You can jump out of stealth mode and loot as long as everything is aggroed on something. If it is not aggroed on something, you're going to have to line of sight it. And to line of sight the mob, you just need to run behind a pillar or down a hallway or behind these stairs. And you're going to see right here, I'm going to run up and loot one of these mobs, and the guy in the corner is going to hit me with a fireball. So I need to take off running. I've now line of sighted him. He will either chase me or he will give up the chase and start attacking the mobs again, which they usually end up attacking the mobs again. And then you're able to get back into sneak mode and come back out and continue looting. So I put my pet out here to see if anything was going to aggro it. Nothing did, so now I can start looting again. You do not want to get close to the golem after it kills a mob, because it has a chance of attacking you. You want to make sure that it's on a fresh mob. You'll notice I target the mage to see how much health it has. And then I'll go in and loot, because everything is on the golem at the moment. And everything that's not on the golem is on my fire mage. Or I'm sorry, my fire elemental. So now I'm trying to drag everything onto this side of the room. Waiting for that mage over there to die so I can go loot that other corpse. I've now gotten most of my loot. Now I really want to get that other mage that's behind me at the moment over here. So I'm going to use my fire elemental to pull the golem. And what I did was hit keypad number 7 to make my elemental go away. So that de-aggroes the golem and allows it to aggro onto that mage, the one that ran past him. Now, after that mage is dead, what I want to do is pull that golem to this side of the room. So I'm going to take out my fire elemental, go back into sneak mode, sick my pet on him, hit number 8, and then hit number 4 to make my pet stay. And then the golem's going to kill him in the corner, and the golem is now going to be stuck in this room. So when everything respawns, he's just going to start killing everything again. Alright, I'm going to run up here, grab the rest of my loot. Now that I've grabbed my loot, I'm going to go check my golem to see if he hasn't run downstairs. And then I'm going to look upstairs, and you're going to notice these two mobs. These two mobs can be a pain in the ass. They can rain down fire on you, and there's really no need to sick your golem up there to go and kill him. And then I'm going to come back to my restart point. So, just so you have a general idea of where all of these pathways go, we already know that this number 1 right here is the entryway that goes back to the entrance. We know that number 2 on both of these goes down to the golem room. Well, it also goes all the way underneath, back down around, and comes out here. So in essence, you can enter right here and come back out with the golems up here, or you can vice versa, go the opposite way and bring the golems back the opposite way back up to here. Whichever way you want to do it. Doorway number 4 over here, which is on the deck with the mages, this is going to take you up to the balcony. There's nothing up here, so there's no reason to go. I just want to show you all where everything leads to. And then underneath the stairs right here is doorway number 3, which takes you up to where these two mages were that I just showed you. And I will have a video later on telling you where path number 5, which goes to the 3rd level stairwell up here. But I will show that in the future. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. This is Lugger Long Last Name signing out.